For more on this story, we are joined by Khalil Sayegh. He is a political analyst and the executive director at Agora Initiative. Great to have you here with us on TRT World. So the Prime Minister has said to the MPs that Israel is destroying homes in Gaza. So Palestinians have basically nowhere else to go but outside the Gaza Strip. I mean, this is something that is being talked about since Donald Trump came back to the White House. How likely is it for something like this to happen?
To start with, that's not something that has been talked about since Trump brought it up. That has been the plan since day one, since October 7th of 2023. Israel saw an opportunity to completely ethnic cleanse the Gaza Strip, to occupy it, and to expel the Palestinians from there. What Trump said just confirmed what the Israelis have wanted, and Bibi is using it to just push further in this plan of ethnic cleansing. In my mind, there is no doubt that the Israelis want that. However, Israel has failed to completely ethnic cleanse Gaza before. When they tried during the Biden administration, we know that Blinken went to Egypt and Jordan to try to pressure them to accept the Palestinians, and they've refused. And they failed because the resilience of the Palestinian people, and also because Egypt and other countries in the surrounding area has refused to accept any. And I think the fate of this plan would be the same. They will fail. However, the conditions that Israel is creating on the ground is one where people would want to live by themselves, because when you destroy schools, mosques, hospitals, people would want to go and seek a better life. And that's, I think, what's more scary. You destroy and then you say that people are living voluntarily, and there is nothing voluntarily about that. But it will not be a mass expulsion to Egypt for sure.
Right. And Khalil, if you look at the latest developments now, Edan Alexander is out, thanks to Donald Trump's diplomacy, but there are still many captives who remain in the Gaza Strip. And certainly Israel's actions at this point are jeopardizing the safety of these hostages. So is there any hope left for the release of those hostages?
I think all the cards are in the Israeli hands. Hamas has been committed since the beginning to release all hostages in return for end to the war. Israel doesn't want to end the war. They want to carry ethnic cleansing. Even when they talk about any sort of solution, they put in possible conditions. So I think it's on Israel's hand to end that. I think that even the Israeli society today understand that the obstacle is Benjamin Netanyahu and not Hamas or other parties, and even the Americans. To have a conservative Republican administration go on record to say that the problem is not Hamas, which is a designated terrorist organization here in the U.S., but the problem is Israel, is an unprecedented. I think that everyone is seeing where the fingers are being pointed, and it's to Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu, who's by prolonging this war is ensuring his own political survival. So I think the unfortunate reality is that the Israelis seem like they don't really care about their hostages.
So, all of this makes me wonder, and certainly I believe this is a question which is on a lot of people's mind at this point. Is Israel interested in a ceasefire at all?
I don't think so. I don't think Israel is interested in a ceasefire. I think that the Israeli society is interested in a ceasefire because of one reason, and it's the hostages. They understand that the cost of bringing back their hostages is a ceasefire, and that we're seeing more and more protest in the streets that demand the ceasefire, etc. But even if you take this factor or variable out of the equation, even the Israeli society wouldn't be interested in a ceasefire. The Israeli society still lives on October 7th of 2023, still is pretty much driven by revenge. And a reflection of that is the government. The government is literally driven by two factors. One, revenge. They want to revenge from the Palestinians. They want to starve the Palestinians. They want to ethnic cleanse them and kill them. And the second is political survival. Benjamin Netanyahu and his government understand that they failed the Israeli people on October 7th when the attack happened. And they understand that once this is over, there will be punishment for them, punishment by the people in election. And that's why I think Netanyahu is trying to go with war up until his term finishes in 2026, when we will see election.
Khalil Sayegh, thanks very much for joining me here on TRT World. Appreciate your taking out the time.